Good morning, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I am Midshipman Tate Frost, and I am a StoneBridge School alumni for the class of 2023. I graduated StoneBridge in early June and then quickly began basic training, formerly known as Plebe Summer, at the United States Naval Academy later that month. For those of you not as familiar with the academies, Plebe Summer is a required training where we are stripped away of all technology and communications with the outside world, aside from letters home and received and 3 phone calls during this 8-week period. As you can see, I survived Plebe Summer and now in the first AC year of the Academy. Today I was asked to talk about how StoneBridge has helped prepare me for the Naval Academy. Some of you may know what life is like at the academies. It's full of ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and some fun. Obviously, StoneBridge helped prepare me academically, and thanks to being born into the family I was, physically, I was definitely prepared. But what I struggled with the most during Plebe Summer was definitely being very lonely, especially with the lack of communication. And that is where I feel StoneBridge helped prepare me the most. I had to rely completely on the Lord to get me through the training, with waking up at what I think was 5 in the morning, since we also were not allowed to see what time of day it was, and not finishing the day until 10 p.m. at night. I had to really remind myself that the Lord is my strength, and I had to lean on Him to give me that strength daily. With StoneBridge being the only school experience I had, I was fortunate enough to learn memory verses with Miss Beal back in K4, and one of the key ones that I kept on telling myself was that when I am weak, God is strong. I remember right before Plebe Summer, I was surrounded by my classmates at my house a couple of days before I left, and one of my classmates, Jimmy Byrne, prayed over me. I had never really heard a classmate pray directly over me like Jimmy did that day, but I could tell that it was heartfelt, and he cared for me and loved me like a true brother in Christ. I knew that I was leaving great things behind when I left StoneBridge, but I also knew that it was not going to entirely leave me, and that relationship with Christ that StoneBridge brought me has been with me since I've left. I knew I was leaving great things behind, but I also knew that God had a plan for me and that He was always going to be with me throughout this journey. I knew those people, like Jimmy and all of my other classmates and their parents, were praying for me. StoneBridge really did give me the one thing I needed for the Academy, a firm foundation built on the truths of God. I know there are many active duty in the Assembly Hall today. I want to thank you for your service, for going before me and serving our country. I'm grateful to now be serving alongside you in many different ways. And I want to leave you with one more thing, an apology to my grandfather since he's a West Point grad. And a Go Navy